Just to explain how the transfer of a surplus works. Say, for example, in a count, at the end of the count, at the end of the sixth count, Riley, the candidate, gets transferred of 450 papers. As a result of that, he exceeds the quota by 300 votes. That 300 is a surplus. But we take, because it's not on the first count, if it was on the first count, we'd have to take all of the papers that were involved in the transfer. So we just take the 450 papers that brought him above the quota in the sixth count. As a result of that, the 300, he exceeds the quota by 300, which is the surplus, as I said. We take the 450 papers, that's the bundle of papers that brought him over the quota, and we check them for the next preference for the next continuing candidate. And on the check, we find that Donnelly, gets 160 of those preferences. Flynn gets 85 of them, and Murphy gets 175. That means that 420 of them are transferable papers. There was 450, so 30 of them are not transferable. He retains them for his quota, to keep up his quota. So we can't give everyone what they're after getting, because the total's up to 420, and there's only 300 to be divided between them. So based on a fraction, and the fraction we use is the surplus, which is 300 in this case, the number of transferable papers, which is 420, divided, and we get a fraction of 0.714285. We go to 5 or 6 decimal places in each. We then take the 160 papers that the first person got, Donnelly, and we work out the fraction on that, and we get that there's 114.2856, and for Flynn it's 60 point whatever, and for Murphy it's 124.9998. So when we add up all those units, the 114, the 60, and the 124, we only get 298. We're still 2 votes short of what makes up the surplus. So we have to look then at what the percentages are. And we look at the highest percentage. In this case, it's 0.9998 for Murphy, so he gets an extra vote. The next one is 0.7142 for Flynn, so he gets an extra vote. So at the end of it, where you had, we say, one fella getting 114 votes, he still gets 114 because his fraction was too low. The 60 now becomes 61, and the 124 then becomes 125. And you work out then exactly what's left to make up the surplus. Now, I've done out a sheet for you that you can bring with you, and you can have a look at it, and it'll explain the whole lot. And I've sort of written down at the bottom why we do the 2 decimal places, or the 5 or 6 decimal places as well. So if you need any further help, we'd be only too pleased to help. And I'll give you that, which is in my writing and not great, but you can make your best of it.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. God bless.